RLcraft, the hardest mod pack ever created in Minecraft. The lands are littered with creatures from another realm. They are there for only one reason: to kill. And in this wasteland, I will not just survive, but thrive. Welcome to my 100-day journey in Hardcore RLcraft. Also, we are really close to 10,000 subscribers, so consider subscribing. In these 100 days, I had a few goals in mind. Number 1, I wanted to get full Tide Guardian armor. This would mean I would have to slay a sea serpent, the dragons of the sea. Number 2, I wanted to get full dragon armor. And number 3, I was to venture to the fortress and beat the Underdragon. Collecting wood in RLcraft is as easy as punching a tree. Yeah, that's way too easy. There are multiple steps to getting your first piece of wood. Why? Because this mod pack sucks. So here we go. Step 1, mine gravel until you get flint. Then smash the flint against stone to get flint shards. After, break leaves to get sticks. Use the sticks and flint shards to make a flint knife that is probably just as small as my penis. Next, chop down grass to get plant fiber. Then use the plant fiber to get string. Use the string, flint shard, and stick to make an axe. Then chop down a tree and hope it doesn't fall on you. Place down the oak wood and right click to get planks. Oh, and did I mention, to pick up anything in RLcraft, you have to either shift or right click. And if you haven't lost half your brain cells yet, I honestly don't know what you're doing. Day 2, I found this village, and saying that I stole a lot from this village was an understatement. I literally stole everything. Their food, armor, tools, maybe a few children. And by the end of the day, I raided a battle tower right next to the village, guarded by the infamous Golem. But this Golem was put to shame by this funny glitch. If you rod the Golem 3 times and wake him up, he goes absolutely flying. This is honestly the most hilarious yet useful glitch ever. But then after I stole all of his loot and headed back down the tower, there was a problem, however. The Golem was attacking the village, so I got all my stuff and ventured to find a new home. Day 3, I made my first bauble. This was a ring of resistance. This item is very useful for early game and also late game. It is always the first one I go for. I raided another battle tower today. I still can't get over this glitch, but I'm gonna take the free loot anyways. Day 5, I was still searching for a new home, but for now I'm gonna go kill some helpless cows. Day 6, I got caught by some sirens. These things will pull you in and there's nothing you can do about it. But luckily I had a bow and the depth perception of a legally blind rat. I mean, look at that aim. It literally took 3 to 5 business days to kill a mob that takes 4 shots to kill. Today I upgraded some of my armor to iron and made an iron shield. In RLcraft, it is essential to invest in some good armor because theoretically you only have about 4 hearts, and if you get shot in the head by a skeleton without a helmet, you will immediately die. Finally, on day 8, I found a new home to stay in. Not a very good home because I'm next to a swamp and a desert, so 2 very dangerous biomes. But I am mentally ill, so I thought this would be a great place to stay. So day 9, I stole from society and got hypothermia because I'm in the middle of the desert. Today I set up shop in one of the homes. There are a load of items in this mod pack, so a storage is necessary. Day 11, I made some charcoal filters using charcoal and paper. This can be combined with an already full canteen to eliminate the thirst effect. Overall, a very helpful item. Day 12, my eyes were set on raiding a nearby battle tower, but I needed a lot of blocks to get to the top, so I spent this day collecting all the blocks I could find. Day 13 and 14 was spent traveling to the battle tower to soon raid it of all its loot. And by that, I mean the top 2 chests because I was still weak as shit, but I towered up and threw the Golem off the tower to claim its loot. While adventuring, I found this abandoned garden, and this thing appeared right in front of me. Looking back, I was very lucky he didn't attack me, because that thing could have one-shotted me. I was still adventuring the world on day 16, until I heard the heavy flaps of a dragon. This is the one sound you will never want to hear in RLcraft. They will one-shot you from miles away. Dragons overall are very overpowered in this mod pack, so due to this, I turned the opposite direction and ran for my life. Day 17, I was minding my own business, but then I got attacked by something. My health was draining fast, so I wielded my god apple and didn't hesitate. The swamp is not a very good place to be, and that's why. Day 18, I made a wooden haxel, which has infinite durability and can pretty much mine anything. But the downside, however, is that it can't be enchanted. Day 19, I was trying to find some more things. I needed everything. I was very weak, and anything could basically one-shot me. Today, I was still exploring, until I literally walked right up to a dragon's nest. After my tiny-ass brain caught up with the danger ahead, I dug straight down to assess what I was to do. I had to make a run for it, without the dragon seeing me. I just escaped from the dragon. Day 21, I found a cool ravine, and then turned a little, and there was a literal dragon chilling there. This scared the absolute life out of me. I whipped around in the opposite direction. I soon learned that I was completely surrounded by dragons. I was stuck. I wanted to kill the golem that I flung off the tower earlier to collect the things from all the other chests. So I stood back and kept shooting arrows at him until he died. The tower was conquered and it blew up with all the loot inside. It was scattered everywhere. So I picked up all the things I needed and I went back to the house. I wasted day 23 looking for a mount so I could finally fly, but I could not find one, like at all. Today I wanted to move out of this hellhole of a place. It was surrounded with dragons, so it was time to make an extremely risky journey of navigating through and around the dragons, because if they even noticed me, I'd be dead. So I set off on a journey to find the perfect village. Finally, I found the perfect village. This one was not in the desert, and it had a library. The library holds very powerful enchantment books that are essential for survival. So I set up my new home inside. I was still exploring this village and stealing everything they had. This was to be named Town of the Slaves. Wait, I mean workers. Because the villagers were to soon help me with the profit of items. By that I mean trades. Lots of goddamn trades. I spent the next couple of days transferring all my items from my old house to my new house by using a waystone. They are used as a fast travel beacon, so you can travel between villages. So after transferring all my items, I upgraded to an iron haxel. These things are so overpowered, and anyone that plays this mod pack needs to make one of these. Day 29, I made the upgrade to an iron rapier, which does 200% damage to any enemy without armor. Also, this sword can swing very fast for quick and hasty attacks against your foes. At the start of day 30, I found a golden rock, which is a better and upgraded version of itself. Having a flying mount made the exploration so much more easy. I was zooming through the air like there was no tomorrow. I found some sirens and I had the height advantage, so I shot down at them thinking I was invincible, but then a huge sea serpent jumped high up into the air. I was knocked down into the water with this ancient beast. I didn't know what to do. This was it. I could see my world slipping from my hands, but with fast instinct, I whipped out my recall potion. I drank it. That was close. So to calm down the heart so I don't die before the age of 20, I did some building. I made a little cage for my rock. Day 32, I manhandled the siren with my rock and dropped her inside a castle to kill her safely and not get pounded by a sea serpent. I did this because I needed prismarine shards for the Heart of the Sea bauble. This gives you speed in water and infinite water breathing. Also, never mind wheat, like ever in this mod pack, because this shit happens. I got so scared I literally opened 5 tabs, wrote 3 emails, and presented a presentation, but I nearly escaped that one with 2 hearts left to my head. This was the last time I went farming, and the only thing that went well that day was the making of the Heart of the Sea. Day 33, I found this huge coliseum. This was actually quite rare to find, so I named it the big thing on my atlas to compensate for something. Oh my god! And left the area and ran into a random event. This was my first time ever seeing this. I had no idea what this was, but I was terrified. I wanted to use my recall potion, but it glitched and I lost all of the ones I had. This was not good, but I pulled together my wits and left the area. I didn't do much on day 34. I raided a couple battle towers, and that's basically it. Day 35, I used all the XP that I got from the battle towers and upgraded my defense skills to finally wear full diamond armor and a diamond shield. Day 36, I made a full enchanting table to soon enchant my armor. Enchants are actually essential to survival. You can have full dragon armor and still get one-shotted by a lot of enemies. So armor without enchants, kinda useless. The next day, I witnessed a sea serpent and a golem having an intense battle. Yeah, the golem got destroyed, but I took his loot and got a heart container, which gives you an extra heart. Finally, I added some pretty good enchants to my diamond armor. I was becoming more and more powerful. Soon, dragons would be scared of me. These 2 days, I got some more XP and raided a water base. These have a completely random chance for what enchantment books you can find. They can either be really good or horrible. I raided another battle tower. These things have insane loot. Today I found a huge tower village in the middle of the ocean. These things have an absurd amount of iron blocks. I started off the day with making a little base around the waystone, so it'd be a lot safer traveling back in the night. I found an insane tower that holds a ton of loot. Now fighting this thing head on would be insanely difficult, but I had a flying mount, so I rushed around. I stole everything from the chest. I got a lot of baubles and enchanting books, like a lot of them. This happiness, however, was short-lived because it was a blood moon. All I have to say, this is not good, and if anything would end my run, it would be this. So I found the village nearby and hid in the house the rest of the night. The next 2 days, I raided more battle towers. Look, I needed XP badly. I want to upgrade my armor and skills. Today, I fought a fire-breathing dragon from the north. I shot my first arrow at him, and he awoke. I sent in my fighters and rained arrows upon the dragon. He eventually died. I flew over to the dragon's dead corpse and collected some of his blood. This can be combined with a dragon bone rapier and a bow to make a fiery version of the weapon. Also, they look insanely cool. I don't know what was going through my monkey brain on day 49 that made me try to fight a tier 3 dragon with an iron bow. I literally went through 200 arrows and did absolutely no damage to him. More battle towers were raided on day 50, and I found a cobalt shield, which can be put in your bauble slot to eliminate all knockback. Yeah, this mod pack was getting easier and easier by the second. Day 51, I did some more exploring with my new flying mount. I found a village with a waystone, so I could fast travel there in the future. Day 52, I stumbled across a Vindicator stronghold where there were tons of mob spawners. This place was dangerous, but I needed the XP badly. After the successful raid, I traveled back home and reforged all my baubles to hopefully get some extra hearts with them. I also reforged all of my diamond armor to get a masterful roll. This was the best possible roll you can ever get in your armor. Day 53, I found this massive farm village in the middle of the ocean. This structure is very good for XP early game. It also holds a lot of food and some basic armor. Overall, a very good structure. Today I put the cat disc that I found inside the jukebox and spent the rest of the day vibing out to some music and reforging some of my baubles. Today I found another library. This was the worst library I've ever seen. Half of these enchants were for fishing, and I don't know one person that plays RLcraft and fishes. No, wait, correction. I don't know one person. Man, I'm lonely. I upgraded to a diamond rapier today and enchanted it with lesser sharpness 5. This enchant, however, is a worse version of sharpness. And I also reforged a sword to get a legendary roll. But this sword was temporary. I was not to use it for very long. I wanted to upgrade my attack high enough so I could make a fiery dragon bone rapier. Day 57, I tried to murder some cows, but God said, nah, B, and literally teleported a dragon out of nowhere. This was extremely close, because a dragon can still one-shot me. That's how powerful they are. Today, I found Depth Strider 3, and this paired with the Heart of the Sea makes you go stupidly fast in water. But now I can use water as an escape and not be so scared of it. I found a huge town on day 59. I wanted to explore this place, but hypothermia was kicking in, so I traveled back home and expected it to stop, but winter was here. I was not prepared at all, and not even the desert could save me. So I did some research, made a heating coil to act as a heater. That was close. Today I looked out the window and found the best mount you can get in the game, the Morok. This was a dragon mount with hordes of health and a quick dash ability. I needed this mount. I grabbed my dragon treats, saddle, and soulstone and tamed this beast. Oh yeah, 3 rows of health. Good God. Day 61, I made a balloon bauble. This is made by having wool and spectral salt, which you can find from exploring dungeons. This bauble is very helpful because it gives you a permanent jump boost. I mean, I can now jump 5 blocks high. That is crazy. This was the first day I was exploring with the Morok, and wow, this thing is amazing. With its dash ability, I could get across the whole goddamn world in 3 seconds. Day 63, I stored my diamond rapier away and upgraded to a new and much better sword, the fiery dragon bone rapier. Now this sword, without any enchants, has fire aspect, which is really nice in battle, but I wasn't done. I added some really overpowered enchants on the sword. Oh, and I finally made the dragon eye bauble, so now I have infinite fire resistance. Dragon fighting will be much easier now. Like the little rodent I am, I cheesed another one of these towers. Yeah, there was no chance I was fighting this thing head on. At the start of day 65, I found a villager that sold arrows, so I kidnapped him with consent, of course, and threw him into a dirt hole where he belongs. But after literally committing a crime, I found this dragon and got enough for a full set of dragon armor. Day 66, I found another dragon, but this one was red. I wanted his scales, but then another event started, Shadow Games. Even being in the air for this event is not safe at all, so I hurried to the village and locked myself inside and didn't let anyone in, especially those goddamn villagers. So after the event ended, I drank a recall potion, teleported back home. I nearly escaped that one. If I didn't find a village, I would have probably been dead. Hey, but you know what's cool? I made a full set of dragon armor on day 67. Yeah, I wasn't even close to being able to wear it. So adventure time. I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of forgot about getting Tide Guardian armor until I found this huge sea serpent that got stuck on the land. Sorry, brother. it is your time to die. And this is why you cheese sea serpents. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how I'm still alive. There has been so many close calls. My worst fear happened. While exploring, I lost my god sword. This had me nervous it was going to despawn. I had the best enchants on it, and losing this sword would be detrimental to this run. But after ages of trying to find this sword, I caught a glimpse of it and swooped down and grabbed it. Yep, I was done. That was way too close. On the day of the funny number, I was set on getting the Tide Guardian armor since I am now skilled enough to wear it. But there was a problem. I needed more shiny scales. So that being said, I literally kidnapped a siren and stole her scales. I crafted the Tide Guardian armor when I got home. God damn, that looks cool. Okay, now time to never use it again, because my enchanted diamond armor is better. Wow, I love wasting time. This was the day I raided my first battle tower without cheesing it. Now I felt strong enough. Day 71, I had enough XP to level up my defense to wear full dragon armor. And finally, I also got prot 4 on every single piece. So let's just say I was very powerful now. Oh, and to top it all off, I got the Jeff Bezos orb. So now I am immune to all poisonous attacks. I was back to raiding battle towers on day 72. Experience is very important in this game to enchant armor and improve your skills, and battle towers provided around 60 to 80 levels per raid. So let's just say it was a very good source of XP. I found this wither skeleton base and decided to raid it. There were a ton of zombie spawners and wither spawners. This was a tough fight, but I pulled through with my dragon armor and gained a lot of XP from this. Day 74, I saved this huge village from a dragon. Once it was defeated, I wanted to get its scales, but there was only one problem. There was a huge sea serpent that could instantly kill me. So I land and I sneakily make my way over to the dragon's corpse. I make one noise and I am dead. Thank God the sea serpent is mentally different, or I would have been digging my grave right now. I added some more enchants on my armor on day 75. Yeah, that's basically it. Today I raided another one of those Vindicator strongholds, and wow, these things are fun to explore. On day 77, I found a huge mansion. These mansions have very overpowered books inside, and in my opinion, a lot better than libraries, but also a lot harder to find. And after searching around this place, I found a villager that was selling Advanced Mending 5. Are you serious? This was the best mending enchant ever. It was extremely rare to find. Day 78, I walked into this village and opened the door, and there was death. Yeah, a blight charged creeper. First of all, blights have extreme buffs towards the mob, and it was a charged creeper. So if this thing would have exploded, I would have been one-shotted. Like, how am I still alive? I raided the battle tower next to the village I was at on day 79. This tower had some insane loot. I was completely loaded with recall potions and tons of XP. Yes, on day 80, I literally enchanted armor. Pretty exciting stuff. I raided a little zombie bunker. But yeah, if there was one thing I could have learned from this experience, it's to not judge a book by its cover. I thought this thing was going to be easy, but I was so wrong. There was 2 zombie spawners per room, and there was 4 rooms. Like, how many zombie spawners can there be? No, seriously, how many is there? I can't multiply. Day 82, a little baby zombie came rushing at me, but don't worry, I didn't pull the Filza. I killed him very easily and got a ton of loot, like always. I found this poor village being absolutely mauled by these 2 dragons, so I wanted to help. I killed the first dragon and proceeded to kill the second, and after I thought I saved the village from all the dragons, but no, there were 2 more tier 3 dragons. So I just said F you to the village and left. Maybe little Timmy the villager can slay 2 dragons, burning everyone alive. Day 84, I found the book that I wanted for my dragon bow, Infinity, so I could never run out of arrows. Today I got the advancement Adventure Time. This was to visit every biome in the game. Wow. That's pretty sad. I started to enchant my bow on day 86. I got power 5, infinity, and blast 1, which basically lets you shoot explosive arrows. And I don't know why, but I thought it would be a great idea to shoot it in my house next to my feet. Wow, I need some mental help. Like, how am I still alive? Seriously. But it's okay. Obviously, I learned my lesson, and I won't shoot those arrows anytime soon, right? Oh, okay, yeah, there's definitely something wrong with my brain. Okay, but this was bad. I shot a villager, and there are basically flying iron golems that will aggro you when you touch a villager. So I went outside to see if they would attack me. Again, another stupid decision, but they were chill. I really don't know why, because I literally committed terrorism inside their town, but it beats me. The next day, I thought it'd be a great idea to fight a tier 3 dragon. I really didn't have to at all. Like, there was no point, but I just simply did it anyway. Day 89, I ran into the infamous Sticky Ninja, Blast Off, 1-Up, Exhaust, Fiery, Lifesteal, Wither, Darkness, Bulwark. Okay, that I'm out. Day 90, I hung up the heads of my foes on the front of my entrance to add a murderous vibe to the build. This was the day that Minecraft decided to call me poor. Like, bro, too expensive? Eat my ass. Day 92, I watched this thing just walk into the sunset. God, it's so beautiful. Day 93, I was peacefully attacking this huge dragon until a siren literally ruins it all. I hate sirens so goddamn much. Today I saw a golem and wanted to kill it, since I have never fought one before. Killing him was equal to killing a trumpet skeleton. Literally the easiest thing ever. Today was spent preparing for the Underdragon fight. This was the final day of preparing for the final battle. It was time. The day I would travel to the fortress to end this once and for all. So I grabbed all my items and said goodbye to this village. I may never see it again, so goodbye was the least thing I could do. So after I tossed my first pearl into the air, this was the start to a new adventure and the most dangerous. Day 98, I found where the fortress was located and built a tiny shack where I would begin my digging. I break into the stronghold. Wow, this place hasn't been touched in years. The mortals dreamt of the day I would make my return to defeat the Underdragon. It was the day that two titans clashed. The world would never be the same after. Put the Ender Eyes in, one by one, until the portal was opened for the first time in decades. I simply stare into the void and hear the dragon's roar. I take a huge leap into the end. It was just me and the dragon. I summon my Morok and destroy each crystal one by one, knowing if I get knocked off my mount, I will die. But I powered through and destroyed every crystal. The dragon was getting weaker, but I was getting stronger. I latched onto my quiver and released a fury of arrows into her thick scales, until finally, the ruler of the end was defeated. I didn't want to stay much longer. This place was cursed, but suddenly, every monster on the ground tried to attack me. I was stuck in the beams of the Arachnotron, tearing away at my health. I thought this was the end, but luckily I swiftly got out of there and went into the portal. I had defeated the Underdragon, the titan from another world. As I gazed my eyes upon the sunset on the final day, I realized just how far I've come. The countless journeys and friends I made along the way was amazing. Anyways, if you liked the video, consider subscribing and join the Discord if you want to contact me personally. Link in the description down below. Oh, and by the way, this was my first attempt because I am the best Minecraft player ever. Okay, maybe not.